Hello everyone, and welcome back to another comments video. Man, did you guys give me a lot of comments through Sonic Mania. I apologize if I sound a little stuffy. It is like still early morning and my nose is still stuffed up because of how cold it is. So yeah, autumn's already here and I am excited for Halloween. One of my favorite holidays during the year. There are so many good ones. Anyways, let's get this comments list going. Surprisingly though, it is fairly short since these ones are very detailed. That's the word I'm looking for. My English vocabulary keeps deteriorating. Alright, let's start off here. The first one I've got on my list is from William5Million. Thank you so much for responding. I've been trying for months to get a response from you. Seems we have similarities on cute characters. Me, I think Jigglypuff, Kirby, Pikachu, and Yoshi are cute. I have some videos of 999% match goals on those characters. I don't know if you've seen them or not. Anyway, thanks again for responding. I also think Pichu and Diddy Kong are cute. And I just realized, this was uploaded on my birthday. Oh hey, awesome! Kinda neat that I actually timed one of those videos for someone's birthday. Glad to hear it. And yeah, I am very selective with the comments I get, but I didn't realize that one of your comments ended up going to the messages section and not the comments section, so that's where I ended up finding it. But I like your selection of characters you think are cute too. I never actually thought Diddy Kong was cute, but he is a pretty fun character. Oh, playing Donkey Kong Country 2, that's a blast. As for your videos, I haven't seen any, but it sounds like it's pretty interesting, especially when you have the max percentage going on. I'll have to take a look one of these days. Oh, I'm tired. I literally just woke up maybe about half an hour ago, so I'm still kind of turning my brain on here too. But I'm glad I've caught another one of your comments under the mess of everything that I've seen. Holy cow. Oh, I missed doing these though. It's so hard when you don't get many comments because you're not uploading because you can't. Anyways, let's move on to the next comment, shall we? This one here is from Infinity Mayo. Chill Sleepy Comments video. I thought it was great. Outside of the classic series and Zero, I feel there are a lot of loose ends that could use a proper game to resolve for X and ZX and Mega Man Legends could use. I think I read that right. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Perhaps only time will tell if we ever get that resolution. I was a bit curious to pose this question, but what video game have you played that was very rewarding or incredibly satisfying to complete thus far in your life? Oh crap. I have played so many games in my lifetime so far. Speaking that, I have owned the original Nintendo Entertainment System since I can remember. It's pretty much the one console I have the biggest game library next to my PlayStation 2, and I've played a lot of difficult and challenging games. What is the most challenging game I have played? I want to say it's an NES game, but I honestly don't remember. I've played so many different difficult and challenging games to the point I was throwing the controllers and wanting to tear my hair out. But I succeeded eventually. The only exception so far is Cave Story, and that's just because I forgot an upgrade. Thankfully that game's short enough that I can just replay it. However, I want to say it was a game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I just can't remember which one it is for the life of me. But yeah, I'd say if you ever want a really challenging but rewarding game, look for some games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I'd have to do more video game showcases of the collection we have because there are a lot of good games on there that are hard but fun. Sorry I couldn't give you a specific answer. Right now my whole collection is in a box, so I can't exactly look at everything and say, oh yeah, this one! I'll be sure to give you a proper answer eventually, once I see my collection again. I hope we have our own place eventually, really soon. Fingers crossed. I know we'll find something. Alright, let's move on to the next one here, which is a comment on Sonic Mania from Mick4K6. Or Mick6 now, he changed his username. I'm glad you're playing this blind, Jess. It's so nice to watch a playthrough by someone with useful knowledge of the series. My knowledge of the game was non-existent outside of the occasional passing reference someone would make to the title. I hope there's some kind of reference to Sonic Spinball. Not a great game, but I'm emotionally attached. Oh, cool! And believe it or not, there actually is some references to Sonic Spinball in there. Oh, I can't remember the... Oh, I remember. I think it was Game Explained did a video showing all the little Easter eggs within the series, and the one from Chemical Plant where he shakes the chemical water off of him, that's the exact same shake-off animation from Sonic Spinball when you first enter the first stage. And another one I noticed was sound effect-wise. In Studio Oculus, whenever you entered those trailers and you were traveling via the satellite, it was the exact same sound from when you were doing the sewer transports in the first level of Sonic Spinball as well. So there are a couple Sonic Spinball references in there too. Stuffy nose. Can't talk for very long like that. There are so many Easter eggs and references within that game that it's just amazing, and if it does get a sequel, I would love to see all original content with a bunch of Easter eggs just spread out all over the place. That would be phenomenal. I really enjoyed playing that game blind, and I do intend on recording Knuckles' playthrough eventually, because I think it would be nice to show my impressions of his playthrough as well, especially with the glitches I've been causing with Knuckles. They're not very big like the Supersonic one, but they're still pretty funny when I pull them off. But if you guys are interested in watching someone else play the game blind, my friend Rio, a Chaotix Fusion, did a Knuckles run completely blind, and oh man, he had a lot of fun with it. It was so fun watching his video and playing along with him. He even found some secrets I didn't know about. It was quite nice. So, a little plug and a little bit of trivia from Sonic Mania information I've noticed when I play through the game, which I've done about 5 times now. Ugh, phlegm stuck in the back of my throat. Gotta love and hate it. Alright, let us move on. I've only got a few left now. I'm already halfway through. Wow. Another one on Sonic Mania here from Sigma GX. I honestly really enjoyed you play this game. I love 2D side-scrollers, and I lived exploring the game with you. I think that can't speak to save my life. Got tongue-tied again. I think that's supposed to say loved exploring the game with you. It might be a typo. Keep it up. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I do love my 2D platformers, and that is one of the main focuses for my channel. That and the occasional RPG when I can find one I feel is good. And actually, before I forget, I have been playing Starfy 4. I've been getting through it a little more often. It's still dragging a lot at the beginning just because it is really fetch quests the game to me still. But I think once I get further in, I'll be able to figure out more. Thankfully, my Japanese has improved quite a bit that I do understand what's going on, but it really is just fetch quest the game, getting information, fighting the boss, and continuing on so far. Not a bad game, but at the same time, I'm still not completely hooked on it. Just to let you guys know, I'm still playing through it, and if I do feel that my impressions are good enough, and when I have my equipment again to properly record DS games, I might actually play it. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. So kind of answering 2 comments there, but I'm really glad you guys enjoyed Sonic Mania. I had a blast playing through that game, and all the references, just the feel of like I was playing a Sega Genesis game again. That was slowly moving on to the Sega Saturn. I loved it. And when a game gets you frustrated, you know it's good. Alright, let's see here. Oh, there it is. Next comment here is another one on Sonic Mania from Meloni Bunny, I believe is how the name is pronounced. I hope I got it right. Anyways, their comment reads, "The Adventures of Tiny Tails reminds me of an old theme song. He's tiny, he's toony, now he's a little zoomy." Good old Tiny Toons Adventures reference. Oh, Warner Brothers, you had some really great cartoons in the 90s, and even some questionable ones. Oh. Still, Actually, that reminds me, I do have the Tiny Toon Adventures game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Oh, I should see if I can do a video game showcase with that game. Here's hoping Warner Brothers isn't too strict on that kind of stuff, because I'd love to show that game off. For being on the Nintendo Entertainment System, it is very, very well detailed. Holy crap, the animations are smooth, even background animations run for a lot of objects. It's really nice. And a challenging and fun game, holy. There's even some things in that game that still scare me, even when I was a little kid. But that was a great reminder to that. I loved Tiny Toon Adventures as a kid, and I really enjoyed the game as well. I've only ever played the NES one. I've seen Super Nintendo once, but I think the first game had it down pat. Still, I'm very glad you guys are enjoying Sonic Mania. I'm surprised it's almost got 100 views on every video. I was not expecting that quickly. Thank you again. I don't know what else to say. I'm embarrassed. Alright, looks like I've got one more comment here about Sonic Mania from a user named Adrian. Super Saiyan Blue Sonic. Also, I have a feeling frig wasn't what you wanted to say at 27 seconds. Laugh out loud. You're right. I was actually gonna say a very much worse word, but I'd like to keep my channel child friendly as best as I can, unless I'm playing an M-rated game, or I say it without realizing it out of frustration, like I have with a couple other words that I've had to censor out for the ratings of the games. But yeah, I was gonna say something far much worse that usually goes with WTF. But yeah, I just like to try and keep my channel child friendly as best as I can, which is why Corpse Party has an age restriction, because that game is rated M and that game is bloody scary. Oh, I wanted to do another Halloween Let's Play recording this month, but I still don't have my equipment. I'm just going off on so many random topics today, aren't I? That's normal though. And a cat just ran into the door. Alright, let us move on. Only a couple comments left here. This other one here is actually from William5Million as well. It says, this is probably never going to get noticed, but do you have Discord or Skype? I have both. I still have friends who don't use Discord, so I keep Skype handy, especially since it is pretty manageable. But I've been using Discord far more often now just because it has much better functions, especially when you're a gamer. And they just recently added the camera and screen share settings that Skype has as well, so it's really coming along quite nicely. The fact that that software is still in beta is impressive, but they are doing so much good things with it. I don't get dropped calls as often, the audio filter is wonderful, and the fact that it lets you know when people are playing games or using software that's compatible with it, or even streaming, it is just wondrous. I've actually thought about making a server just so I could chat with you guys more frequently, but I am such a online shell. Like, no, I'm not very internet social, I guess you could say. Like, I'm a huge extrovert, but if I don't know people very well, I'm very skeptical and defensive about it. It's kind of a defense mechanism for me just because in the past I was bullied from elementary school all the way through high school, so to me it's a way of a defense mechanism. And I think the other big thing is just because I've heard with so many stereotypes that Scorpios are very dominant and very to themselves a lot, that I find it actually hits the mark very often. But I still am a huge extrovert and I just love interacting with people in person. Even if I'm the quietest person in there, I just love being around people, interacting with them, having fun. That's what I love. I'm kind of on the fence of that introvert-extrovert, but more leaning to the extrovert side, so it's like, think Leaning Tower of Pisa with me on the fence. And that I'm always leaning back and forth between balanced and extrovert. But yes, I do have both. I use Discord more often than I do Skype now, but I still have Skype handy. And I am a little skeptical about adding people, but that's why I'm thinking of making a server. That way you guys can kind of hop in, chat amongst each other. Hopefully no arguments ensue, or I'll be guarding that thing like a hawk. And I might even jump in from time to time just to socialize, because I like socializing with people, and especially with my subscribers, which is why I do these comments videos. Yay! I ramble way too much, but I love talking to you guys. It's so fun and I love hearing from you. Oh, if I'm ever at a convention, I'm gonna have to let you guys know. And hopefully I'll have the wondrous costume for that situation too. I do like to cosplay. Alright, let's see. Oh, we're on to our last one here, which is on Shantae and the Pirate Skirts from Nicholas Frankenhauser, I believe is how the name is pronounced. Like I said, I'm not very good with pronunciations, but most of you guys know that. Alright, let's see here. I know it's been a while and new games are nifty and all, but I'd be glad to see your half-genie hero as both Shantae and Risky. You probably get the Switch version or some other version though. The Switch has an exclusive cosmetic change that mirror the blue and red Joy-Cons on the Switch. I do actually have my list of what I want to Let's Play next. However, without my equipment and without my games, I can't do much. I pretty much have whatever equipment is handy to me, which right now is my Elgato, my NES Classic. Ooh, that's an idea. I should play a game off of that. I've actually got my PlayStation 4 out right now with a couple games I could do. And my Switch, which consists mostly of indie games with the exception of Half Genie Hero, because I do own Shantae Half Genie Hero on the Wii U. Oh, right, the Wii U's downstairs. On disc. However, like everything else of my equipment, it's in a box, in a storage unit. Once I get everything back together, I do intend on finishing ZX, Breath of Fire 3, and Freedom Planet, because I'm near the end of that game and I want to finish it, damn it! But after that, I wanted to go back to Shantae because I literally got the game about a month before we moved and packed everything up. And it was going to be the next game I was going to Let's Play. But now with Risky out, I might just wait until I get it downloaded on there too, which I should do. And I was gonna go back to Starfy because playing my cartridges again, yes, I've actually imported the Starfy trilogy on the Game Boy Advance and own it now. I noticed that Starfy 2 follows the same layout as Starfy 3, where there are extra stages in the game to play, so I wanted to go back to that as well, if I can, and my save data doesn't get erased. And so I do have plans on what I want to do next. I had it for a while, and I was hoping it would only be a month before before I actually got back into Let's Playing frequently, but that turned into half a year so far. So hopefully it won't be too much longer. But I do intend on playing Half Genie Hero. I've been wanting to since I played it the first time. I still need to find the physical disc from a PlayStation 4. See, when a game comes out physically, I literally have no issue with buying multiple copies. Which is what I've done with Shovel Knight, which is what I've done with Mighty Number 9. And who knows, I might even end up doing it with Bloodstained since I've only got the PC version so far, and they are making a Switch version from what I've heard. And if they do have a cartridge, I will be very, very happy. But yes, to honestly answer your question, I do intend on playing Half Genie Hero, but as of this moment right now, I am very, very limited on what I can do. Especially since I have nowhere in the house to record right now because the room I was originally using is being occupied. A day in the life of a student who can't afford her own place and everything's in a storage unit. Oh well, I'm managing with what I can, and I am honestly thinking I might just jump into the NES and play something off of there. Maybe something we all know of a favorite character in a wondrous game? Oh, we'll see. I have to take a look at what's on there again and see what I can manage with, because I left my other controller with a 9-foot cable in the storage unit. But that does it for the list I have this time. Thank you again so much, guys, for all the wonderful comments. It always makes my day to see stuff like that. And now I'm feeling all nostalgic because I've mentioned so many wonderful games. But with further ado, I'm gonna head out. This is Autumchild saying, I'll see you all next time.